Hello, Jay Cripes here, local Darktide player and Zealot enthusiast. Is your Zealot making too much noise all the time? Is your Zealot constantly charging around, driving you crazy? I am your judgment! Think there's no answer? You're so stupid. Zealot pellet. Alright, first things first. We're gonna look at the weapons. The first weapon we're going to look at is going to be the Mark 15 Heavy Eviscerator. We're going to run unarmored enemies and flak armored enemies. We're also going to run level 4 Shred and level 4 Rampage. The cleave targets on this one rolled pretty low, but it doesn't really matter because the Eviscerator is capped at 4 targets. It only damages 4 targets. They can stagger more than that, but anything more than 4 is just stagger. And then the other weapon we're running is the double barrel. And I'm running Maniac and Flak on it. The Maniac rolled pretty shit, but it doesn't matter because it just kills Ragers anyway. And we're running level 4 both barrels and level 4 Death Spitter. Alright, now we're going to look at some Curios. I'm running max health on the Blessing, and then for the perks, the only thing that really matters is the CDR one. You could really run anything you want. I personally like just having as much stats for health and toughness as you can. And then the second one is more max health. Once again, just making sure you run CDR. I have Ordo Dockets on this because I'm poor. And then last but not least, running toughness. Obviously with more CDR and Ordo Dockets because I'm poor. Alright, now we're going to get into the fun stuff, which is the Zealot Tree. I'm not going to go over every node, but I'm going to go over some of the important ones. For example, Scourge is going to be very important for you. It's going to help with your Eviscerator with Shred. It's going to help you build crit, which in turn is going to help proc Enduring Faith. It's going to give you a lot of toughness damage reduction on crit. It's going to make you take less damage if you happen to get hit by a random Poxwalker or whatever may randomly hit you. And then this one's very important. I don't see a lot of people running this one, but this is actually really good. It's pretty much just 15% free toughness on dodge, which you can just literally just sit there and, you know, dodge back and forth on gunners. Even sliding works. This will help keep your toughness topped off, and then for those scenarios, if you're the last one left, this will make sure that your toughness will always be up. I highly suggest you run this one. And of course, we're going to go throwing knives. I know some people are not very good with throwing knives, or maybe they just prefer the grenades. But if you get a little practice with this, these things are really fun. Not only that, but they're actually really good, especially for like killing snipers. You don't even need a headshot snipers. You can just throw it at their leg and they just die. You get used to arcing the knives and hitting them from afar, you'll be able to take care of snipers really easily. 2-shot Ragers. It can 1-shot gunners in the head. It can 1-shot trappers in the head. And nearly just 1-shot any of the specials in the head, except for mutants. And then the next thing we're going to go over, we're going to go Dance of Death. Dance of Death is really good for the double barrel. It basically just makes, you know, your spread into like a little tight, tight little hole, you know, and you can just shoot it very accurately. And then, of course, we're going to go Thy Wrath Be Swift because I am a Thy Wrath Be Swift enjoyer. I know some people don't like to run it, but this thing is very good for not getting bogged down by gunners and shotgunners. And also just doesn't interrupt you while you're just clicking mouse 1 over and over again. Because that's what you'll be doing, is clicking mouse 1 over and over again. And of course, we're going to go Until Death, Holy Revenant. This will help make up for any mistakes that you make. If you get hit by an overhead by a crusher or a mauler, or if you're trying to kill something with a rev and you really want to kill it but you're taking a lot of hits, this will help you make sure you kill your target. The aura, of course, we're going to go with Benediction. 15% toughness damage reduction. It's the best aura out of all the three. And then we're going to go with the charge, of course. This is the whole purpose of the build. And down here, this is where it gets a little bit spicy. A little bit spicy. We're going to go Invocation of Death. Now this one just got nerfed a few patches ago. Used to work on all cleave. Now it just works on just one single crit. So it's going to reduce the cooldown on one crit, 1.5 seconds. It's still pretty good, but not nearly as good. However, the thing I figured out, which I think maybe some of you have already figured out, is if you combine this one with this one right here, it's going to be pretty similar to how it was with this, just this right here, back in a few patches ago. You combine these two right here, you're going to be charging a lot. It's essentially like how it used to be. And I know you might be thinking, like, how often can you get backstabs? Well, I have a few clips that show that you can just swing in a horde of enemies. Excuse me. And you will just, this thing will just proc, just by swinging. And another thing to note, if you're desperate and you really want to guarantee that you get this 20% ability cooldown, if you swing and then dodge around to the side of a pack or a side of an enemy, the swing of the Eviscerator should be able to hit the back and should be able to proc this. Not to mention that the stagger that this specific Eviscerator does can stagger enemies in place to where you are able to move around to the back and get that cooldown. And then we're also going to go, Judgment. I can't pronounce the first one because I'm stupid, so I'm not even going to butcher that one. Inexorable. We did it. Look at that. But I go this one strictly for the attack speed. The damage is also good. But the Mark 15 feels very slow to me when I use it. So this right here, it's going to give you up to 15% attack speed. And if you combine it with this one, it is 10% attack speed. Combine it with your ult, and if you're using your ult to the point where it's like you use it until the cooldown of, or the buff goes away, and then you use it again, you can have a permanent upkeep of 20% attack speed. So that's 20, 30, plus 15. That's 45% extra attack speed. It makes you swing the Eviscerator really fast. Basically just churns through hordes. It churns through anything. Anything you lay your eyes on, yeah, it's going to get churned in the butter. I guarantee it. But with all that being said, if you have any questions, comments, concern, leave a comment and I will reply. Because there's probably not a whole lot of people watching, so there's a guarantee that I will reply. Anyway, enjoy this short clip of me breathing heavily. It's because of my old mic, so all you can hear is me breathing. But it's a 5-minute clip of me clutching with this current build, so you should get a nice showcase of what I mean by charging a lot. So enjoy. Well, they both have scripts. Apparently those are more important.
Rejoice! The bomber is dead! Master fights at our side! Turn up his pride! I think you might be hallucinating! Sniper's dead! Shelter simpletons! Make me
I spawned separately from you. What the fuck?
Oh, great.
I'm fucking dead.
Try to wrap back around for a heal. But I don't know if you can make it there. Don't forget your gun is not reloaded. Oh, they both took the last heal. There's that one though. Jesus. There's a barrel there.
Yeah.
Surprise, motherfucker.
I have just you for that. Sniper just. I am your doom. No fear for me, heretic.
Dude, if I had spawned with you, this would have been much easier. For some reason, despite the fact that we died in around the same spot. I can't even see where you're at on my screen. You're not far from us, I don't think. And there is a heal up here if you can manage to get to it by some miracle. Holy shit. Oh, that was close. You have until death up, I assume?
Yeah.
Of the Emperor.
Nice.
Henry, did you lose a bet?
Oh, that was rough.
Yeah.